Bill, this is your baby, Subcon laser. How did it all start?
Many years ago I used to work for a manufacturer of laser cutting equipment, and one of my jobs while I was there was to go over to Singapore, and I had to set a joint venture up over in China from Singapore with a Singaporean company. And I went back to the hotel one night and said to the wife, well, let's go back to the UK and try it ourselves, and that's where we started.
And how many years ago was that? When did you found the business?
1988.
So you've been going close on 30 years.
Yeah.
What's the secrets to your success?
Just being good at what we do, really. I'm a very active person, I'm a very hands-on person. I'm normally spend a lot of time on the workshop floor myself.
So what industries do you actually serve here, Bill? What markets are you working for?
General engineers, motor manufacturers, sign manufacturers, all kinds of engineering companies.
Okay, and the reason we're here today is because you've just purchased another TRUMPF machine. In fact, it's the TruLaser 5030 bright line fibre. I'm going to go and have a chat with Lindsay, who's your production supervisor, about some of the reasons behind the purchase. Thanks, Bill, and good luck for the future. So, Lindsay, you're the production supervisor here at Subcon Laser. You get involved, well, tell me what you get involved in.
Well, basically my involvement with the machines is that the jobs, when they're ready to be cut, I decide which job gets cut on which machine. And obviously the variety of machines we've got here, it's important that you select the right one for the material and the thickness involved.
Now we're standing in front of the latest purchase, which I believe was made in sort of March or April this year. This is the 8 kilowatt bright line fibre machine. Why did you go for this level of technology?
Well, it's always important to us to go for the latest technology, but it just means we can be more flexible for our customers and we can get a better quality and a better cut on thicker materials, and also the speed on the thinner materials helps us to give better lead times to the customer.
So with this 8 kilowatt bright line fibre, what's the real advantage, or what can you do on it that you can't do on other machines in the machine shop?
Well, just an example is that the thickest material we can go to now is 40mm stainless, whereas we couldn't go anywhere near as thick as that before with the other machines we've got.
And when you say you always look to buy the most modern machines with all the bells and whistles, what are some of those features that you've embraced here at Subcon Laser on this machine?
Well, we like the drop and cut feature here because we're always left with sort of funny shaped offcuts of material, and previously if we wanted to cut something out of those it would take time going back to program and getting it reprogrammed, whereas now we can do it on the machine. It's easy to just drop the part onto the sheet and cut it straight away.
And what about also with these machines, if you're at the back of the machine you can't see what's going on inside it?
Well, that is one of the problems with a fibre, because they're enclosed and there's no windows. You need to be able to see what's going on. And on the latest machine we've bought, we've got the iPad facility, so the operator can be down the other side of the bed, taking the parts off, but he's got the iPad there and he can see what's going on inside the machine, and he can restart the machine and stop the machine from there instead of having to be right round the other side.
And there's also something called smart collision prevention that you opted for on this machine as well. How does that help?
Well, if you've got a production part which is running the same part all the time, it means that the machine and the software takes care of the fact that the head's not going to collide into a part if it tips. We haven't got to worry about how we program it to make sure it misses that. The software does it for you.
You've also got smart beam control, I believe.
Yeah, that just gives us peace of mind really, that the beam is always being monitored within the software and we don't have to worry about it. So
you're getting the best results when it comes to accurate cutting?
Yeah, constantly, day in, day out. You know, it gives us reassurance.
So most of the points I've touched on are actually smart functions that are available from TRUMPF with their machine purchases. You pretty much went for everything, didn't you, when it comes to options?
Yeah, we did go for every option, really, because we want the best technology to give the best results to our customers.
And the other TRUMPF machines that you've got in the machine shop, the one behind us, is that a 5 kilowatt machine?
It is, it's a 5 kilowatt fibre, yeah.
But it gives you the same performance, does it, or maybe not quite as fast?
No, it's not quite as fast, and also because it's only a 5 kilowatt, we can't go quite as thick with the materials.
And yourself, Lindsay, how long have you been working here? It's not often we get to talk to females in machine shops on our videos at MTD, but how long have you been working here and what do you like about this environment?
Well, I've worked here for 20 years. I didn't start in production, but over the years my role's changed, and I like the fact that all of our customers want everything now, and it's fast moving, and there's lots of pressure for us to do a good job quickly, and I just like the fast moving environment, really.
Tom, it's like a TRUMPF mini city here at Subcon Laser. How long have you been dealing with TRUMPF, and how many machines have you got?
We've been dealing with TRUMPF for a lot of years now, probably since late 90s, I would say. We have 4 flatbed lasers, 2-axis machines, and we have 3 3-dimensional 5-axis machines.
I've just been talking to Lindsay about the new 5030 machine. What's your take on the introduction of that machine into the company?
I think the new the 8 kilowatt fibre 5030 machine it's a great addition to the company, simply because of what it can do. The investment we have made keeps us at the forefront of the industry. We can cut thicker, we can cut faster. There is a lot of options on the machine that isn't currently on, for instance, the 5040 machine, which is only 18 months old, but the new 8 kilowatts superseded that. So we're staying on top of the game.
Let's go and have a look in the second factory where you do a lot of your, what you call it, your 5-axis area, don't you?
Yeah, 3-dimensional, where we, in here it's all flat parts that are cut. Where we're going to go now is for the pressings industry.
Let's go and have a look. So Tom, this is equally as impressive as your other factory. We've got laser cells in here. What are you talk about doing? It's more 3D here, isn't it?
It's all 3-dimensional here, Paul. We take pressings from all types of industry, predominantly automotive, and they are laser cut on a variety of 3-dimensional machines.
Now, are you running production, or are the volumes quite low?
It's predominantly made for sort of low to medium volume, because people would go to tooling. But here at Subcon, we can handle high volume as well. We have proven that with a project we undertook for a major automotive manufacturer a couple of years ago, and we were doing 5,000 pressings per week for what was supposed to be only a short space of time, and it was with us for 2.5 years.
Okay, wow. Now this laser cell behind us, the 1005 or 1005 as TRUMPF may call it, what sort of depths of cut can you achieve with that? I see the guys loading it at the moment, but what are you doing there?
The thicknesses that these particular machines can handle are different from the 2-dimensional side. These really go up to around 6 mil in thickness, but you don't get many pressings over 6 mil. You know, it's normally thin gauge material.
And they're pretty quick. It's pretty nimble moving around in there.
These are phenomenal. You know, in terms of the speed, the accuracy, they're second to none.
How do you do all your programming?
All programming and all fixturing is actually made here at Subcon. The guys are really skilled in that discipline, and people use Subcon because of they know we're going to do it right. It's not the 2-dimensional side, if anything, is probably easier than this side, and there's not so much competition in the 3-dimensional side, and this is where Subcon really comes into its own.
And when we look ahead, 2017, 2017, 2018, you're going to face challenges, as any business does, regardless of economic circumstances. Are TRUMPF there to support you with those when you go forward? Do you look to them as a partner to take your business to the next stage?
We found TRUMPF, they have been a great partner with Subcon, because we're at the sharp end of the industry. We're talking to the manufacturers, the engineers, what they want from us. So we relay that back to TRUMPF, and we're saying, right, we need to get this quicker, we need to get greater accuracy, we need to cut thicker, and they've obviously got the laboratories over in Germany. They're working away, beavering away. We're currently working on 2 projects which, with TRUMPF's assistance, will dominate the market.